Good morning. It is Friday, folks, June 6th, first Friday of the month. This is the Automotive State of the Union. I'm Paul J. Daly. This is Kyle Mounts here. Today we're talking about, yes, the Trump Musk breakup, a V8 redemption, and some AI taking over the lock screen of some Samsung owners, and they're ready to throw their phones over it.
This is, I think all of this whole show could be retitled, and they're ready to throw their phones.
That's right.
That's the whole show, actually.
That's really great. Like things that make you want to throw your phone, right? Yeah. Here are 3 examples.
That's exactly it.
I know we can't. We're really excited to get into today's show because, you know, whenever you have something that's tied to automotive that is like top line public culture, pop culture, you know, of course we want to commentate on it. And you and I don't like post about stuff like this, so this will be our outlet today.
It'll be so our outlet, and we will skirt on the edge of getting in trouble. We will walk right up to it, look over the edge, and hope everybody else is okay on the other side.
But we're likable enough that no one will really get
That's
angry.
right.
All right,
Exactly
new episode of AsotaCon Sessions is out today. How AI overviews are changing the customer journey with Chad Graves of Reunion Marketing. Who is it that interviewed him? Who interviewed him? Who's that in the seat? Put that graphic back up. Who is that?
It's Nick.
Nick Askew? Oh man.
Yes.
I gotta catch that conversation.
That's gonna be a great conversation because they both know so much about what that is happening. Look, I've been talking about this. AI overviews, especially in Google, are totally changing consumer behavior, totally changing the journey.
It's holy zero click.
Holy
zero click. Also have a new episode of our Auto Collabs podcast, playing car dealership at 4 years old with Alan Nanasinkum of True Car. Alan is always an amazing podcast guest, and he talks. We always like, how'd you get in the car industry? He talks about he was literally playing car dealership at 4.
This one is probably, I mean, I think we've done close to 200 Auto Collabs episodes. This one's in my top 10 for sure, without a doubt.
So you can get that. You can just
mainly because the very end. Listen to the end.
Oh man, so good. Search Auto Collabs, COLLABS, on Spotify or Apple Music or wherever you listen to your podcast, or you can go on YouTube and search it and watch it if you want to watch it there instead of listening to it. All right, here we go. Let's get into some news. A once powerful political tech alliance is in tatters as Elon Musk and Donald Trump have clashed in a very public, very messy, we'll call it a breakup. From social media jabs to threats of canceled contracts, the drama shaking up DC, Wall Street, and possibly even the International Space Station. So for anyone who's camping out on that right now is watching this one closely. Trump and Musk traded barbs online after Musk denounced Trump's spending bill and left his government role. Tesla stock down 14% yesterday, losing this week, losing 150 billion in value, the worst single day drop. Oh no, that was just yesterday.
Yeah,
in company's history. Elon Musk hinted at decommissioning SpaceX's Dragon over subsidy threats, but then rolled that back not too long later. You know, here's probably one of the biggest quotes when Musk dropped this one. He said, "Without me, Trump would have lost the election." How do you think Trump responds to that one? We have a bunch. I mean, we couldn't include them all, you know, but I think appropriately enough, we went to Grok. And we said, you know, summarize,
not true.
You know, what happened yesterday. Give us the actual quotes, you know, and Trump says, you know, Elon's upset because we took the EV mandate, which was a lot of money for electric vehicles. And as you know, they're having a hard time with the electric vehicles. They want us to pay billions of dollars in subsidies. You know, and he quoted there. Musk obviously responded. You know, Trump's social post said Elon was wearing thin and he asked him to leave. You know, Elon is shooting right back. And he said, you know, in response to Trump's claim that he knew about the bill, you know, the big, beautiful bill that he's criticizing, he said, false. The bill was never shown to me even once and was passed in the dead of night so fast that almost no one in Congress could even read it. Wow. Obviously, he said Trump wouldn't have won without him. He said on the bill spending, it's an obvious lie. He said, keep about the, you know, like the cutting the EV. And that's why Elon's mad. Elon says, quote, this will be the last one. Then we'll comment. He says, whatever. Keep the EV solar initiative incentive cuts in the bill, even though no oil and gas subsidies are touched. Very unfair, but ditch the mountain of disgusting pork in the bill. These guys are going all in.
They're going.
This isn't a fake
fight.
Elon
brought up the Epstein files, even like called Trump out for the being in the Epstein files. I mean, it was it was so bad that Diddy tweeted, "Hey guys."
No, we did not. No,
madness.
He didn't.
Not even kidding you. Diddy tweeted, "Bros, stop fighting." That's not even a joke right now. Yeah, I mean, I
didn't hear that part.
It's just absolutely wild. I think, this is what happens when you get egos in the room. We probably should have seen the writing on the wall in this. I think there's, these types of, especially Elon, like his runtime on a pet project is probably a couple hundred days, and then he sees, digs in, gets in, moves to the next thing.
Well, the thing with him too is like his Asperger's, his mentality, his laser focus, right? Yep. He's the kind of guy where, like, if this is the initiative we're trying to accomplish and you go off of that, he is like, I'm not doing this anymore, right? If the initiative is cut the federal deficit, and then does all this work to cut it, and then this bill, it's debatable. People say it raises the deficit. Some people say with the strategy it lowered. I don't know. But I can see Elon being like, hey, wait a minute, that's not what I signed up for.
I tell you what I feel for is like the frontline workers and even the management staff within the executive team of Tesla. Just literally, I can see the office, and it's like that. Like everybody's running every which way with papers flying all around, just trying to figure out what to do. Right. It's got to be troubling. And having gone through already all of these threats and, and vandalism and things like that, and now starting to try and figure out, like, how do we keep moving forward, losing a bunch of value, for auto. This is the look here is, hey, is there going to be change in valuations of these Teslas, right? Mm-hmm. And it's this broad political thing that has a very localized impact on appraising trades today. So
now, somebody can correct me in the comments or later on the post if I'm wrong. My sister called me yesterday, and she is looking to buy a used car, and she's like, "What has happened?" Right? Like, to get the same kind of used car I'm in, it's going to cost me like another $200 a month. She's like, is this real? And then she was asking me about some dealer fees. Are these legit or are these fake? And I got to say, I'm not going to name them, but like there's probably more pork in that invoice than there is in the spending bill. but the point of the story, the moral of the story is, she was looking at leases, and I started doing some searching. The cheapest lease you can get right now is on a rear-wheel drive Tesla Model 3.
Makes a lot of sense.
A brand new, it's 10,000 miles, right? It's the cheapest lease. Now, if there is not a non-Tesla that has a cheaper lease than that for the same size car and all that, please let me know. DM me, something like that. I'll send her your way. But that was the question. That was the answer. We know investor Bill Ackman, he said, and to wrap the story up, he says, I support Donald Trump and Elon Musk, and they should make peace for the benefit of our great country. We are much stronger together than apart. And Elon commented on that post with 3 words: "You're not wrong."
Okay. Which way is up? I don't know.
Well, speaking of not knowing which way is up.
Stop. Segue.
Time. Listen, everybody, Hemi fans, the V8 Hemi is back. Ram is reversing course on its engine strategy. Yes. Bringing the 5.7-liter Hemi back to the 2026 Ram 1500 after a bumpy ride with their all 6-cylinder lineup. They're owning the misstep and listening to the roar of the customer base. Ram introduces the 5.7 Hemi V8 for all 2026 models available on all models as a $1,200 option on most trims. CEO Tim Kuniski, I can never say his last name right. Kuniskis admits dropping the Hemi was a mistake. He says, we own it and we fixed it. Strong. Oh my gosh. Can we get that man in government?
Can I get this guy some just come on. Leadership, man.
Fantastic. If you want to have pizza with us when we're in Detroit, just let us know.
Let us know.
A special symbol of protest badge will adorn V8 equipped trucks. The reintroduction was fast-tracked by an internal team, cutting development from 18 months to 6 months. Tim says, make it exactly the way it was, streamlining the return by skipping recertifications.
Well, that's the reason why they were, a typical, return of a car, if they were going to refactor stuff, would take that 18 months. This is going to be, 6 months, get in, get out. This is so smart for the Ram, especially with the changes. It's clear they saw the writing on the wall early, where they were going to be able to go into this like gas, diesel, bring back that 5.7 Hemi V8 and send it to Mississippi, and everybody's going to be happy.
It's
so
Heavy. I remember those commercials.
The leadership lesson here of being able to admit failure at a leadership level and course correct and bring everybody along for the celebration, and also go to the celebration way of putting that symbol of protest badge on there is so strong. And I think that that's something that, executives and leaders struggle with a lot. They always want to be right. They always want to have made the right decision, but being able to go to your, to your clients and to your people and say, hey, we messed up. We're going to make it right.
We own it. We fix it. We should just put that on a plaque. We own it. We fixed it. I love that. Speaking of needing to own it and probably fix it.
Segue.
For all you Samsung Galaxy users out there, we're sorry, just in general, but also because you're about to get an unexpected addition to your phones, a generative AI-powered shopping app from Glance AI that brings fashion suggestions straight to the lock screen. Whether you ask for it or not, they're coming. It's got a little bit of side of dystopia too. They're partnering with Samsung to roll out a lock screen shopping platform. The feature uses Gen AI and selfies to visualize outfits you can buy right from your lock screen. Oh my goodness. It's just putting new clothes on you, fam.
It's taking your, oh my gosh, it's worse than I thought.
Yeah, right now it's opt-in, but the rollout begins today for the Galaxy S22 and S25 models. While ads aren't part of the US version, glance history in India suggests that could change. Wrote reviewer Allison Johnson, I'm feeling this one. Quote, I will absolutely throw my phone into the sea the first time I see an ad on my lock screen.
That's the most disgusting thing I can ever think of. What was that first e-reader that came out? What was it? Was it Amazon? It wasn't the Nook. It was, what's the Amazon's e-reader?
No, I think the Nook was the first one. The paper or Amazon's Paperwhite thing. What was it?
Yeah, this is the very first one. It was Amazon's because they were the book. I don't know, but I remember
the Kindle.
Was the Kindle? Yes, okay. The Kindle.
Got it.
The Kindle had two options. You could pay like $79 or like $100 and get the device, or you could pay $19 and get the device, but they would put ads on the lock screen.
Right.
You remember that?
I do remember that.
I thought that was a brilliant play, right? You're like, if I'm going to look at ads, you're going to compensate me for it. But if there was ever an ad, I get annoyed when I log into QuickBooks, right? You know what I'm about to say.
They're just shilling money
to sell me like 4 things,
right,
before I can even like check the P&L. It's the most annoying thing in my life. If someone tries to survey me within an app or serve me an ad within an app, I don't
repeated.
This is never going to fly in the US unless there is some kind of discount involved, which I think is a great model, right?
Yeah.
$10, $20 a month credit on your monthly bill.
Phone free for ads. Let's go.
Service free. I think there's a real model there, but I mean, like you see an ad on that phone, I'd join you in throwing it into the sea, or maybe we'd pull like skeet shooting with it. Like,
skeet shooting, little truck rollover, bus rollover, back it up. Anything.
We'll throw it between Elon and Trump and watch it get destroyed. I think that's enough for Friday. We hope you had a good time. We hope you're going to go out there and treat people with a little more kindness and grace than we're seeing in general out there. That's the key to actually building a relationship. Take care of the people. They'll take care of you. We'll see you tomorrow morning.